Today, we will talk about hot hatches. And one of the main, I also had those, main hot hatch makers are Abarth, because they put a powerful, my opinion, a powerful engine in a lightweight body. And also it's very nice to drive. So you get that feeling of a scorpion, so to say. If you look at Abarth, I also had myself 595 Turismo. I don't know why it's not focusing. Must be something to do that it thinks it is background. But the most powerful one was the 695. Sorry for this, guys. 695 Abarth Turismo. There it is. Was the fastest Abarth ever. Was 190 horsepower and weighs under 1,000 kilograms. So here you see the specs. Most important specs. So you see that kilograms, 997 kilograms, 5.2 seconds. Oh, best way to power. So the kilograms per horsepower 5.2 and 5.9 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour. That's 190 horsepower and I think 250 newton meters of torque. Let's see if I can find it here for you. It's also a two-seater, so you see you only have two seats and all the others has been removed to increase the power to weight. Here you see the other specs. So 1.4 liter, 997 kilograms, 5.2 seconds, 190 horsepower, 250 newton meters of torque. And today I will show you why my current car, which is a Suzuki Sport Hybrid, with a little bit of adjustments, can be as fun as that, or even a lot more fun. Because also the 695, everything has been done to remove weight. You can also show you now. As possible. See where it is. It must be there. Sorry for that. And there you go. I will share my screen with you. This will help demonstrate what I'm talking about. Oh, sorry, I have to share it now. I thought I already did, but I did not. So here you see the interior of the Abarth 695 Biposto. Biposto means two-seaters, so you only see two seats here, two front seats. The back seats would normally also allow two people to sit, or have been removed. If they also all types of luxury, even the mats are removed to reduce weight. You can see very clearly here. However, if you compare it with the interior of the Suzuki Sport, you have that bucket seats as well in the front, as you can also see with the Biposto. So in the front you sit very comparable, but you also see three seats in the back. You also see a lot of additional upholstery, and it also comes with climate control, heated seats, for example, air conditioning, and all those other benefits. And I want to show you something. So here I have a list of cars, and the Abarth Biposto is more powerful per kilograms. It was already mentioned, kilograms per horsepower, 5.2, whereas Suzuki Sport Hybrids only reach 5.8 kilograms per horsepower if you tune it. So you give it an HKS exhaust system, which will reduce the weight as well. So you will lose a little bit about over 6 kilograms, 6.6. I only incorporated 6 here. And you do a stage 1 tune, so software will be optimized. Abarth already has pushed quite to its limits. So it starts with a 1.4 with about 135 horsepower, and in the Biposto it already has 190 horsepower. But the newton meters of the Biposto are only 250, which is still very good for a light car. But those of the Stage 1 tuned Swift Sport are 293. Also, the weight, even though that the Suzuki Swift Sport is a bigger car, one segment bigger, is 8 kilograms less with this setup. So you will lose 6 kilograms and a bit with that exhaust. So it's stock, it comes with down in 995 kilograms. It's 2 kilograms lighter. But with this upgrade, you will shave another 6 kilograms off. So now you are 8 kilograms lighter. And what are the cars that are below it then? Fiat Coupe Turbo, 220 volts. 2 liter, 20 volts, 220 horsepower. Mini Cabrio John Cooper Works with 2 liter turbo engine, 231 horsepower. Also Volkswagen Golf 5 R32, so 3.2 liter 6 cylinder, 250 horsepower is below it is. Renault Clio RS 201 horsepower Coupe edition, so the best of the best, also very lightweight. 201 horsepower is below it. Honda Integra Type R, the legend, 190 horsepower, 1.8, also extremely light, below it. You look at the power to weight. Renault Clio RS 200, so this is the 1.6 turbo liter. This has 1 horsepower less. It also weighs a similar amount, but it has 240 Newton meter instead of the 215 from the 2 liter. But the 240 Newton meter is also below that of the Biposto, even though it's a 1.6 here, and the Biposto only 1.4, and way below that of the tuned Suzuki Swift Sport Hybrid. Focus RS, a legend again, 2 liter turbo with 215 horsepower. VW Golf Gti, 245 horsepower. But the power to weight is only 167.5, whereas the Suzuki Swift Sport Hybrid is 171.9, so 172. It gives you an indication, but also below the Renault Clio RS 172, the original Legends, which has also 2 liter naturally aspirated engine, but it's a lot lighter, 1010 kilograms. Peugeot 206 RC, which is also an evolution of the GTI, so a better one with 177 horsepower instead of 138, so 40 horsepower up. And the Golf 4 R32, the same as the Golf 5, but now with 9 horsepower less because it was an older edition. For Fiesta ST3, which is 2022 model, and also below it Volkswagen Polo Gti 2 liter turbo, which has 207 horsepower, both sport 320 Newton meters of torque, and the Fiesta is a little bit lighter, so it even has a better power to weight, although it has 7 horsepower less, namely 166 horsepower per 1,000 kilograms, and Polo GTI is almost 165, a little bit below that. Honda Accord Type R, 2.2 liter. 212 horsepower, 250 Newton meters, but also 1305 kilograms, so quite heavy compared to, for example, Honda Civic Type R with a 2 liter engine, 201 horsepower stock, and also weighs about 70 kilograms less. Abarth 595 Turismo, I had this one, but I tuned it. It comes stock with 165 horsepower. 1,020 kilograms of weight, 235 Newton meters of torque, which is the same as the stock Suzuki Swift Sport Hybrid. Below that, also Renault Clio Williams, 2 liter 16 volt, 150 horsepower, 175 Newton meters of torque, also very light, 982 kilograms, which helped it to give it a legend status. For your consideration, there was also a legend before that, the Peugeot 205. It's a 1.9 GTI, which has 130 horsepower and 161 Newton meters of torque, but weighs 860 kilograms. So 120 kilograms lighter than the Williams, and the power to weight is very comparable. Torque per weight is even better here. Again, a Fiat Coupe, that's the one 2 liter edition with 16 volts, so not a 5-cylinder but a 4-cylinder, which supports 190 horsepower, 290 Newton meters of torque. Also, Volkswagen Golf 2, 1.116 volt, 139 horsepower, 168 Newton meters. If you want to look at this video, you can always pause it and look at the power to weights that are also there. So we start with horsepower first, then Newton meters, then the weight in kilograms. A little bit delayed, sorry for that. Weight in kilograms, and also the horsepower per 1,000 kilograms and Newton meters per 1,000 kilograms, for example. But back to the track, we were there with Volkswagen Honda CRX. It's also very comparable power to weight. 1.6 VTEC, which is a little bit heavier than the Volkswagen Golf 2, but 80 kilograms heavier. Peugeot 306, 2-liter rally, which is a little bit heavier again, but has 167 horsepower. It is a lightweight version of the Peugeot 306 2-liter GTI, which is a little bit sitting below. Also, the normal Honda CRX, so without the VTEC, is very good and comparable to that of 306 Rally, and better than the 205 1.9 GTI with catalyzation. Mini Cooper S, 5 doors, so 2022, 2-liter turbo, 178 Newton meters, no, 178 horsepower and 280 Newton meters of torque, but also weighs 1,255 kilograms. So it's over 26% heavier compared, for example, to the Suzuki Swift Sport. Also, normal Peugeot 306 GTI 6 Lancia Delta HF turbo, which is comparable to that of the Coupe. A little bit less horsepower, but a little bit better on looks and practicality, but also heavier as a result. Mini Cooper S is the electric version, 184 horsepower, 270 Newton meter of torque, but weighs about 37% more than that Swift Sport. The normal Swift Sport here, you see depicted here with the HKS, is 134 horsepower. The weight is also reduced, and the Newton meters are a little bit high, 255.2. And Volkswagen Golf 1 1.6 GTI, which is the original GTI, as we know. And then comes the stock Suzuki Swift Sport Hybrid, because quite a heavy car for Suzuki considerations, because there was also one without a hybrid system, which would weigh about 25 kilograms less. But these are all the measurements without the electro engine. With the electro engine, this will be Biposto. Also, the horsepower per 1,000 kilograms will be in trouble a little bit more. And Peugeot 106 GTI, 1.616 volt, which is also a very nice car, but stock power to weight, it is less than that of the stock Swift Sport Hybrid even. And VW Up GTI, you can also see depicted here at the bottom bracket. The place, if you look at the Newton meter per 1,000 kilograms, is a lot higher because it's still a turbo engine, 1-liter turbo engine. Also, interesting for you perhaps is the kilograms. If you look at the kilograms, you would order them in there. I do now from lowest weight to highest weight. You see that the Swift Sport is at a good weight. I don't know what I did wrong. So the lowest ones are the VW Golf 1, then Peugeot 205 GTI, Honda CRX, Golf 2 GTI, Peugeot 106 GTI, still 950 kilograms. VW Up GTI 967 kilograms, so that's even lighter. And then come the Renault Clio Williams 982 kilograms, and then come the HKS Swift Sport and then a regular Swift Sport hybrid, and then comes the Abarth Biposto. So here I think it's ranked. Ranked ninth place in the weight category. But the most important one is still the horsepower per 1,000 kilograms. We'll also get again high to low. And now this has we begun. So only the Abarth Biposto is better in power to weight, but you can also, if you would take 100 kilograms off here, and perhaps you can even go 120 kilograms off, because it also doesn't have all the luxury. But if you would take that 120 kilograms off, also power to weight would be 5 horsepower per 1,000 kilograms less. Even if you do only 100 kilograms, so some luxury, and convert it to a 3-door, it still has a better power to weight, also horsepower per newton per 1,000 kilograms. But we stick with this cool interior and 5-door functionality and 5 seatings, because we also want to car that's practical. And it gives you what we are at here. You can also look at the last things, the kilograms per. For that, I'm going a little bit too fast. So you can also look at kilograms per horsepower. Then you see that the Biposto does, as it does in the folder, 5.2 kilograms per horsepower, which is excellent, of course. But also the Suzuki Sport is at the 5.8, so not that far off. It's about 10% off. If you look at the newton meters, kilograms per newton meter, you see that even better. It's only 3.4 kilograms per newton meter, whereas that Abarth Biposto has 4 kilograms per newton meter. So there you see it's about almost 20% off. So you lose a little bit in horsepower, but you gain in newton meters. And if you put those two together, you see that they are also quite comparable. So you have 4.5 kilograms needed if you would divide the horsepower and newton meter together by 2, and only 4.3 with the Suzuki Sport Hybrid with the HKS and Stage1. So this will give you a measurement of flexibility of the engine. So it's not only taking into consideration the power, but also the newton meters. And if you look at the kilograms per horsepower, I'll try to show you that here. You get the pics here in this graph. Then you see that VW up, of course, is the lowest amount. So that is 8.4. And it goes down, down, down again till we reach that of the Biposto again here. You know if it shows. Might show, might not show. So the Biposto has a very low value of only, go a little bit lower, only 5.2. At the bottom. It appears that it's not showing anymore. So sorry for that. It appears that the screen is a little bit frozen, but you can see it if you screenshot it. Those are the amounts that you can see displayed there. It is there for a reason. It tries to show you. Let's stop this sharing. It tries to show you which has the best power to weight ratio. You also know, perhaps the screen is showing again. And for me, this cool cars that are low and low in weight and offer you all this functionality are the best. So again, this is a very, very cool car. But the Suzuki Sport Hybrid with a little bit of tune, stage 1 tune and an exhaust, is a better car than this one to drive day to day. Why? It offers you 5 seats instead of 2. It offers you a lot more room to begin with. Better fuel economy, better torque per kilograms, and only a little bit less horsepower, but per 1,000 kilograms. But if you're really dedicated, you want to make this a track tool, and you will strip out the interior, as you can do also with the Biposto, with the stock stripped of interior, and it's stock only a 2-seater, you will reach levels even with the Stage1 tune and the HKS exhaust. Also the power to weight that can go over that of a Biposto stock. And of course you can tune that Biposto, which cost, even with the tuner, the tune that I mentioned, you would pay approximately 27,000 euros for that car. With the Biposto, you will be paying 60,000 and upwards for a stock version. And that's not even with the good shifting option that you can have the dock shifter, which will add a lot of fun, but it will also a tremendous amount of cost, about 10,000 euros perhaps, but even 6,000 at the least. And the thing is, with that Suzuki Sport Hybrid, you can use it every day. So it's a very good car, and also if you trash it, it will be about half the cost of a Biposto. Also, Suzuki is a very reliable brand, a lot better than Fiat and Abarth. So it offers you 6 years stock guarantee. If you change something, this might alter things, but Abarth only comes with 2 years. So 2 years versus 6. It's quite a 3-fold increase, which can be something that you might want to reconsider. Also, I like the body kits of both cars. I like that of the Biposto is a nice car, but that of the Swift is also very good. You have the side skirt also with the Swift, the front changes, and also the spoiler at the back. And this does not look that much different as compared to a regular Abarth. Whereas the Swift version of Suzuki Swift Sports does look a lot different than the regular Swift. Also something to take into consideration. Owner and car, out.